What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to Roadie Free Radio's YouTube channel, where I interview folks behind the scenes of the music and film business. I am super excited today for episode number 55. My guest is Bobby Tees, longtime guitar tech, monitor, and recording engineer for the Tedeschi Trucks Band. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to leave me a comment, I'd love to hear from you. And as always, please subscribe to the channel so that you will get notified when a new video pops up. All sorts of new stuff will be coming up soon. So here's the deal. I record just the intro. When that's done, I will say goodbye to you. And if you'd like to hear the full episode, you just go ahead and click the SoundCloud link in the description below, and that will take you to the full interview for you to check it out. And you can also go to roadiefreeradio.com and see all the stuff that's going on our website. All right, if you want to send me an email, it's info@roadiefreeradio.com, or just go ahead and leave a note or something in the description below. All right, man? Here we go. So over here I got my notes. Over here I got Adobe Audition. Over here I am recording with the Canon EOS utility through a Canon 5D Mark III. Here we go.
What's up, roadies? This is Sean Quackenbush.
This is Joe Magistro.
What's up, roadies? This is Bobby Tees. You're listening to Roadie Free Radio.
What's up, roadies? My name is Larry Milburn, and this is Roadie Free Radio, your VIP pass to meet and greet the stars behind the scenes of the music and film business.
What's happening, roadies? Welcome to episode number 55 of Roadie Free Radio. I am your host, Larry Milburn, and I am coming at you from a barn in Northwest Connecticut. Woo! How we doing, guys? Huh? You all have a good week? I did. I'm a little bummed. I'm not going to lie. I just found out Bill Collins of Collins Guitar has passed away. Collins Guitar, phenomenal guitar makers, for a long time. So, unfortunately, the industry has just lost a great asset. So, a heartfelt thoughts and prayers from all of us here at Roadie Free Radio to the Collins family. As well, I'd like to give a shout out to the stuntman on The Walking Dead, John Berniker, who lost his life this week in a fatal accident on the set of The Walking Dead in Georgia. A stuntman or a woman, they take the brunt of the stuff so that their cast members do not have to. And they're roadies. Anyway, they had a rough accident this week and lost someone very close to them. So thoughts are with them as well. And one more, not on a morbid note here, folks, to start off the show. But, we got to give shout-outs to people that go down on the road. Acrobat Pedro Onion Monroy lost his life last week at the Mad Cool Festival in Madrid. He's an acrobat, and there was a bad accident right before Green Day took the stage. I'm sure you've all heard about it by now. But anyway, the point is this. I say it at the end of every show. Be safe out there, okay? Make sure if you're on the road and you're working that, you're just taking an extra second to make sure everything's buckled up, tightened down, and you're going to be okay because we care about you. All right, listen. You got a month left, just about a month before the Sound Girls event in Brooklyn at the Paper Box happens. August 14th through 18th at the Paper Box in Brooklyn. Soundgirls.org is doing one of its summer camps. This is an awesome opportunity for kids aged 12 through 18 to spend a week learning from some of the audio industry's top amazing people. Go to this camp. You're going to learn about how to do an input list. You're going to learn about how to do a mix. You're going to learn about the ins and outs of the audio industry. It's very cool. And on the last day, you will get to load in a band, take them through their paces, and then put on a show. The inmates will be running the asylum, my friends. Go to soundgirls.org. Check it out. We've had a lot of amazing and talented sound girls on the show. And guess what? We're going to continue to have them on the show. So look for that. Speaking of someone we're going to have on the show, If you have seen my short film Roadie, starring me, back in 2004, you know that Ian Copeland, the amazing and awesome, talented Ian Copeland, brother of drummer from the Police, Stuart Copeland, and Miles Copeland, the Copeland boys. Ian Copeland was in the film. Great, great guy. He was responsible for bringing several bands in the late 70s, early 80s over to the U.S. The Specials. I'm blanking on everybody else. It was the Specials. A lot of cool bands, man. And Ian was a great guy. I knew him only for about a year, and then unfortunately he passed about a couple years or so after the film came out. But I wanted to do something cool for Ian and his memory, and it turns out that his daughter Barbara lives somewhat nearby me here in Connecticut. We're going to get together. I'm going to sit down with Barbara, and we're going to talk about her father and his legacy and his contribution to the music industry. And I'm super, super psyched to do that. So stay tuned for that. And I'm going to let you know right now, next week, episode number 56. Oh, yeah, it's the guy you've been waiting for. It's the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend, Night Bob. He's coming up, episode number 56. Don't fucking miss it. All right. So listen, last weekend, I go to Simsbury Meadows, Connecticut. All right. In Simsbury, Connecticut. Never been there before. To hook up with our guest today, Bobby Tees. Longtime guitar tech. Long-time recording and monitor engineer with Tedeschi Trucks. Okay? Guy's awesome. We had a killer time. Hung in the back of the crew bus, did the interview there. I got to hang out all afternoon and see my buddy Myron Hart, guitar tech for Yorma. Got to see Electric Hot Tuna finally after all these years, which was even made more cool by the fact that the interview of last week was Lewis Electric Amplifiers, Louis Rosano. If you've not heard that interview, go back and check it out. And there on stage behind Yorma is a big old fat Louis Electric amp being, cranked up with a Gibson Les Paul. Super cool, man. Very, very great show. That's not good English, but you know what? Roadies can't talk, so what do you want from me? All right. I had a great time. I want to thank everybody on that crew and that team for having me there, letting me hang out for the day, snap some cool pics, get some cool video footage, all kinds of good stuff. Bobby Tees was a fantastic host. I'm going to tell you this. Was the show a super smooth show for him? No, I don't think it was. It would have been cool to see that, but you know what was kind of cooler? To watch him jump into action. Song number 2, Susan was having some issues with her monitor, and something was going on, man, and Bobby had to leave his monitor post, run all over the stage, get his shit figured out, and he did it with some coolness and adeptness that only a pro like he could muster. It was nice to see him under pressure and how he would react to that. The second thing that was interesting, he told me in the interview a lot of times when Derek breaks a string, Derek's just like, just give me the string, man. Don't give me the whole guitar. I don't need another guitar. Just give me a string. I'll string it up right here. And sure as shit, 3/4 of the way through the show, Derek's blazing away in some ridiculous solo. And I see it. I see the string break. It's dangling off the neck of his guitar. And I had this whole crazy moment in my head. Do I say anything to Bobby? Should I say, Bobby, look at it. He broke his string. Get out there. What do I do? They do nothing. I didn't want to step on the man's toes, tell him his business. So I didn't do anything. I just sat there. I was like, God damn it, Larry, what are you going to do? Well, I didn't say anything. 2 minutes later, again, Derek, he didn't give a shit. He's soloing away. 2 minutes later, he gives the look to Bobby. Bobby goes over the string. Derek sits down. He starts changing his string right there on stage, gives a little nod to the bass player and the drummers, and they take another ridiculous solo. And that was it. And job well done all the way around. It was a hell of a night. I love doing what I do. I want to thank everybody on the crew, both the traveling crew and also the Simsbury team there for letting me into your worlds, let me be a part of it. And yeah, man, it just makes me happy I get to do this. You know what I mean? So thank you guys for listening. All right, listen, let's get to it. Because check this out. In a couple of, what do we got? Next month, August, sometime in August, when Tedeschi's off the road, I'm going to get to sit down with Brian Spicer, good buddy to Bobby, who's also the front of house mixer for Tedeschi Trucks and the production manager. We're going to get to talk to him so we can tie it all together. And speaking of tying it all together, looks like I'm heading back out. Looks like I'm going back out, Tom Petty world. I'm going to sit down with Greg Looper, monitor mixer for Tom Petty and the boys. So that way we get a nice balance, right? We talked to Robert Scoville. We heard about front of house. Now we're going to talk to Greg Looper, learn about the monitor mixing situation. All right, here we go. I want you to join me in the back of the bus. Put your feet up, relax, get your coffee. All right, let's kick it. Mr. Bobby Teese. Okay, there you go. That's it. That's the show. That's what I do. Hit that SoundCloud link down below. It'll take you to the full episode. Enjoy. Tune back in next week because I'm going to tell you something. The guy I got next week, Night Bob, he's the real deal, man. He's been around a long time. The guy's a legend. All right. I want to thank you guys for watching. Once again, no roadies, no rock and roll.